Welcome back to the Morning Blend. You know, it's estimated that more than 600,000 people traveled abroad last year for medical care, and many of those patients underwent plastic surgery overseas to save money.
But there is a downside. Our next guest, board-certified plastic surgeon Dr. Lane Smith, joins us now to talk about a growing issue. Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
A lot of people go overseas or, for instance, go to Mexico to get surgery because they think they're saving money. But what is the downside to doing something like that?
Well, the downside is danger. The downside is, you know, as much danger as death. In Las Vegas itself, less than a month and a half ago, we had an esthetician who went to Mexico to have liposuction. And she's an esthetician, so she'd worked with plastic surgeons. She knew some of the plastic surgeons here, but she still went to Mexico to save some money. And 30-something-year-old, 33, 34 years old, and went in for the routine liposuction and, you know, died.
Wow, what a sin. Yeah,
very sad. And the doctors just came out and said, well, she had a heart problem. You know, no autopsy done, nothing really done to confirm that. And you know what, in my opinion, highly unlikely that she had a heart problem. Most likely due directly to the surgery.
Here in America, you hear of board-certified surgeons. Why is that so important, and are there such a thing overseas?
Yeah, there's not really such a thing overseas. They have their boards, but no board compares to the American boards of medical specialty. Despite what we might hear, the medical care in the United States is still the very best in the world, and people fly from all over the world to come to the United States for their medical care. If you are going to have plastic surgery, it is enormously important to think about this is not the place to save money, okay? I love it when patients come in, especially in this town, you know, and they drop their $3,000 purse on the table, and really, you know, and then they want to save $500 on something, you know, and even $1,000, and you know, go to Mexico. And I always say, you know what, buy a cheaper purse, but you have only one, you know, there's only one you.
Exactly.
This is not a place to try to save money. It's a place to get the best care that you possibly can, and that is in the United States with a board-certified surgeon. The board certifications, you know, originated in the United States, and they're formal bodies of medicine that test and monitor various specialties. So there are many specialties, about 30 of them, and one of them is plastic surgery. If you're going to have plastic surgery, it is best to go to a board-eligible or board-certified plastic surgeon.
My brother is a board-certified anesthesiologist.
Exactly.
You're a board-certified plastic surgeon. So what kind of training have you had?
Well, in my case, years and years and years, about 16 years total, but you know, we have 4 of college, 4 of medical school, and then I had 8 of residencies, of the various residencies that I did. So, I mean, the longest training in the world actually are the surgeons that are trained in the United States.
How do we choose a plastic surgeon? I mean, do we just go in the yellow pages and point, or how do we do it?
No, that'd be the worst way.
So don't do that.
Okay,
Don't try that.
I won't do that.
Okay?
I need a forehead reduction surgery.
Yeah. Well, the best way is a combination of things. I mean, obviously you've got to find them, so maybe the yellow pages, you may have to go there. But it's always a good idea maybe to get 1 or 2 opinions when you're thinking about that. It's good to look at their training. Usually, you know, go to their website. Almost anybody who's anybody has a website. So go on their website, take a look at their training, and I would recommend that their training, all of it, from beginning to end, be done in the United States. Still the best training programs in the world. After you look at their training and go in and talk to them, make sure that they are, as we talked about, or at least board certified or board eligible in the areas that they are going to be doing their surgery. And then in terms of cosmetic or plastic surgery, look on their website. There should be some before and after pictures. And also, if you have friends, you know, friends who've been to them, or references that you can get, you know, and if you do that combination of
due diligence,
exactly, you will most likely have a very good result. In this town, there are many, many fine plastic surgeons. I'm currently the president of the Las Vegas Plastic Surgery Society, and I can tell you honestly that there are many fine plastic surgeons in this town. But, you know, go to them. Don't go to Mexico. Don't go to some of the non-board certified people who wish they were plastic surgeons, you know.
And what about the follow-up care? Because if you go overseas, go to Mexico, anywhere else, it's more difficult to get that follow-up treatment.
Excellent point. The way the legal structure is set up in this country, if you go to Mexico and then you come back and I start taking care of you, I'm actually suddenly become linked to all the things that they might have done. And you don't want to do that. I don't know what they did over there in Mexico, and I don't want to suddenly have you come back and have an infection. Now, I'm legally and ethically responsible to try and fix that, and so as a surgeon, unfortunately, we're afraid to take on surgeries that come from distant places because we don't know exactly what happened, yet we are held responsible for that.
Really quickly, if we were looking to possibly get plastic surgery, how could we get the ball rolling? What could you do for us?
Well, you know, what I would do is, you know, the easiest thing is just get online these days. You know, just Google plastic surgeon in Las Vegas, things will pop up. Look through the websites. Look through their credentials, we talked about that, and then go and visit them. Call them and make an appointment to see them.
Dr. Smith, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
you so much, you guys.
If you'd like more information on Smith Surgery, go to smithsurgery.com. And remember, you can see this segment again at vegasmorningblend.com.
And still